Morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. On page 3, I bring to you SB403, and this is our election bill replacing the voting machines.
Any questions, Mr. Thompson? Whoa, Mr. Hold on. Mr. Beverly.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Gentleman yield.
I will.
According to SB403, isn't it true that any machine, according to this bill, any machine that we use would be subject to hacking?
I don't fully understand your question. Any machine that has electronics within it, I guess technically could, but the bill itself doesn't address that.
Right, and that in the current situation, does the gentleman further yield?
I do.
Yeah. The point that I'm getting at is that are there not better systems that are currently available that reduce the ability for hacking in a vulnerable situation that we need to be more cognizant of the way in which we appropriate people's votes and the way that we would actually do a recount if we needed to. My larger point, sir, is that this bill does not go far enough to address the vulnerability of our systems, and are there not better machines that are available to address that?
Representative, with all due respect, this bill does not in any way dictate what can be utilized. What it does is it sets up the opportunity first for us to be able to change out the DRE machines, which currently their operating system is no longer supported. So we know we are very vulnerable as it sits. This just creates a framework for us to be able to have the Secretary of State and Election Board to be able to put in place a system and or devices and process to be able to protect everyone's vote in the state of Georgia.
Mr. Setzer.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For the author, addressing Mr. Beverly's question, isn't it true that our current DRE systems have been struck down in other states by their courts because there is no verifiable backup, and that if there's a computer glitch where 3,000 votes may be lost, the existing system wouldn't have the robustness of what you propose in this bill? Isn't that true?
That's true.
Isn't it true that if we believe we need to have a paper system, this bill creates a mechanism to make that happen, and a vote of no on this is a vote to maintain our status quo? Isn't that true?
That is correct.
Mr. Martin.
Gentleman yield.
I will.
Mr. Senator.
Yes,
Just to be clear on this, is this system, whichever vendor might prevail in it, will produce for the voter a paper ballot with the human readable names of the individuals and the answers that they voted for, correct? So it would be a name, or it would be a yes, no, it would be a human legible form. It would go and be kept under this bill for the recount.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, this sets up again the framework to do exactly that, of which we don't have today. That's correct.
But you're not, is it not true that you're not picking a vendor, you're not picking a winner, you're just saying that you have to do these things, and when a voter walks away, they'll be able to look at a piece of paper, that piece of paper will be counted, that will be locked away for a recount and kept secure so that the voter can go back and they would know that their ballot was kept?
That's right. Mr. Chairman, we were very careful to make sure that we included all the necessary verbiage to be able to do exactly what you're saying.
No more questions. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, if I also might ask for